Jenna and welcome to day 6 of the Because We Can Readathon. I can barely believe that this week is almost over. Where did all the time go? How are you guys going with your reading for this week? Are you crushing your TBR? Have you fallen a little bit behind? Let me know in the comment section below. Your host for today is Kat and the challenge is the first look challenge. We want you to show us how you pictured a character the first time you came across them in a book. So you have a lot of freedom with this challenge and we absolutely cannot wait to see what you come up with. Be sure to leave a link to your video entry in the comment section of Kat's video over on the Because We Can Readathon page for your chance to win one of our books in the giveaway. So for my first look challenge, I decided to go with a character from a series that I don't actually think a lot of people read, and that is Caledonia Styx from the Seafire trilogy. Caledonia is the main character. She is a badass female pirate. She is amazing, and I decided I wanted to sort of recreate how I pictured her when we first meet her. When we first meet her, she's on an island with her sister and bad stuff happens on this island. I'm not going to spoil anything, but that is when we first meet her and we find out she's a pirate and that sort of stuff. I must admit I did find this challenge a little bit difficult to complete, as obviously I had to use only materials that I had at home and I don't buy clothes much at all, so I have maybe 5 t-shirts and a couple pairs of jeans that I wear pretty much religiously. So trying to come up with any sort of cosplay for this readathon has been a bit of a challenge. I also do not have Caledonia's iconic red hair and I couldn't buy a wig, so you get my brown hair instead. You'll just have to use your imagination to pretend that it's bright red. Apart from that, and taking my interpretation with a little bit of a grain of salt, knowing what I had to work with, check out my first look of Caledonia. Hey everybody, this is my first look video. So for my first look, I decided to try and dress up as Caledonia Styx. So when we first meet her on this island, she is sort of away from her family for reasons that do get explained as the novel goes on. So I sort of envisioned her as being, you know, a really typical pirate in what I could see. So I found a pair of long black boots, which is sort of what I always envisioned pirates to have. And then I just had on my sort of exercise pants to sort of show, you know, the stretchy sort of thing. And then I had a black leather jacket as well, which was done up all the way. I had my sword and I also had a gun. Fun fact, the gun that I had is actually from 2007 New Year's. I went on a houseboat and I had a pirate night and dressed up as a pirate. So that gun is actually 12 years old and I think it's doing pretty okay. So this is the full look of Caledonia. This is definitely how I first pictured her. We did have a cover change, which is where Caledonia was then seen on the front cover, and it looks very different to how I imagined her. The one thing I don't have in this video that I'm really upset about is her fiery red hair. It's something that's really iconic in the books, but I unfortunately didn't have that. I did manage to curl my hair. Don't know how well you can see it, but it is curled. My hair doesn't stay up in curls much. So yeah, this was Caledonia. And there you go, that was my first look video challenge. I have to admit, I'm not super happy with how this turned out, but I didn't have a lot of things to work with. It's funny as well because once the second book in the series came out, they also did a re-release of the first book with a new cover, and that has Caledonia on the cover and you can sort of see her outfit. So I definitely pictured her a little differently than what is on the front cover, but now of course that is all I can see. So trying to come up with an outfit like that didn't really work with what I had in my wardrobe. If I ever do get the chance to cosplay Caledonia when we are out of lockdown though, I would kind of like to give it a go. I would end up getting myself a wig with red hair to showcase her beautiful red locks, and I would also need leather pants with like safety pins basically, and I would need pretty much a corset looking thing. So maybe I won't be cosplaying as her anytime soon. My bad cosplay aside though, if you haven't ever read the Seafire trilogy, there's only 2 books out. The third book, Stormbreaker, is coming out later this year. I would highly recommend that you do. It's one of these series that I feel like sort of slipped under the radar, but it is full of badass female pirates. There's so much action, so much adventure, and you really get invested in this story. So would highly recommend. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of my frankly awful cosplay of Caledonia. I for one don't think I did her justice at all, but let me know your thoughts because I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.